oftentimes I equated true happiness with like booking a job, with being on. I, for a long time, could not reach that level of happiness from when I booked in like 2016. I had a major role, incorporated. In those 2 months, I'm telling you, I felt happiness 10, happiness 11, happiness 12, dude. Like, I have not felt that happy in so long. Just like going to my grandpa's house, having some arroz con pollo, you know what I mean? Like, it was just the best feeling. And yeah, man, like I just, I hope that everyone gets the chance to, like, or everyone did get a chance to, like, go home and get away from the city, or get away from their industry sometimes. Like you're talking about, you really get perspective when you step back. You know what I mean? When you take the microscope and you just kind of, zoom out, you realize how much you've accomplished. And so that was what that time was. It was incredible.
Yeah. So specifically about that experience, right? Like what was it, the difference of you, because we definitely we take those things for granted sometimes, right? And we can get obsessed with our work or, with trying to achieve something. So what was it specifically that shifted in you that at that moment you were like, you know what, I feel fulfilled just because of this? Like how were you thinking? Like what was the thought process behind that? And what was the shift of trying to achieve and like gain something and then actually just noticing and being like, I'm actually fulfilled just because I understand I'm a human being. And as a human being, I'm just because I'm breathing, I get to be fulfilled and happy.
It's a beautiful question. And I think it's a question that I think about. It's the idea of balance, right? It's the idea of like being a city boy and being so connected into the pulse of cities. You and I you've gone from Miami to Los Angeles. I mean, back, to New York. We have touched.
Even London. We both did London.
Exactly right. We both did London. Like we've always been in the pulse, in the center of that heartbeat. And I realize I love that. I need that. Mm-hmm. The opposite of that, right? The opposite of that coin is like being completely isolated, so it was like the simplicity called to me. And once I made the shift from, God, there's so much, the rat race to being in LA and like, all these auditions and booking, and now I got a job and things were going so well. And all of a sudden, God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, said, yeah, we're going to switch up your plans. We're going to have a pandemic now. And like, I was making good money. I was working like 6 jobs in March. And then the day everything closed down, I lost like 4. And like auditions and everything was like just completely closed down. And that's it. You had to surrender to it. That was the mind shift.